Hi, everybody, and welcome to From the Slab. I am Monkey Boy, and this is just Chris. It's good to see you. You have reached the place for all things horror movies and horror movie adjacent. Tonight's movie is Jeepers Creepers.
The most remedial show on the planet.
Most remedial show on the planet. I love it. Good stuff. Hello, Tony. How are you, buddy? Yeah. So, anyway, Chris, how was your week?
It was pretty good. We played over at Leo's Live with the Wreck by Apathy, and
very cool.
Did the Friendsgiving thing over at Tony and Jackie with the dude guys.
Oh yeah, I heard they were really nice.
Some of them.
Yeah, some of them. Not that singer
guy.
Yeah, but anyway, that's cool. Very cool. I'm glad everything went pretty well.
How was your weekend?
Hello, Delilah Plays the Dead Girl. My weekend was actually really good. Played up in Sanford, which is a little east of Orlando, I believe, northeast of Orlando, and played with Texas Hippie Coalition, and it was a great show. And a bunch of nice guys there, and then came down to Bradenton to do Friendsgiving with the Dude Band and you guys, which was fun.
It was fun. I had a good time.
A lot of fun. So yeah, overall, I think it was a busy weekend. It was a lot of driving. I got to be honest with you, but it was nice. All right. So are you ready to get your Jeepers Creepers on?
Jeepers Creepers.
Where'd you get those creepers? All right. I guess we do have the official trailer. So we're going to go ahead and play the official trailer for Jeepers Creepers right now. And then Chris is going to give his synopsis. Here we go.
I haven't seen a car in 50 miles.
You know what I just thought of, right?
Kenny and Darla.
You believe that story?
That they did go looking for her head?
They only found the car.
They never found her head.
What's he doing?
The hell is that? He dumped something down that pipe.
Wrapped in a sheet. Is this your idea of a little adventure?
I'm just gonna look.
Hello?
You know the part in scary movies where somebody does something really stupid and everybody hates them for it? This is it.
Every 23rd spring, for 23 days, it gets to eat.
Eat.
What the hell is that thing?
Go! It's stuck in reverse!
You must have 5, maybe 600 bodies down there.
You've got something it likes, one of you.
You think he's dead?
They never are.
Jeepers Creepers.
Jeepers.
Oh man, that trailer is peak 2001.
It is, and it even had Jeepers Creepers at the end. I loved it. Oh,
And the disturbed music, that is peak 2001.
it's very good. Very good. All right. Well, I'm leaving this in your capable hands this evening, sir.
All right. Jeepers Creepers. Hello, Jennifer.
How you doing?
So, Derry Jenner, a college student, and his sister, Trish, the oldest college student, are traveling home from college for spring break because she started much, much later. She was already an adult when she started college. As they drive through the Central Florida countryside, the beautiful swamp that this fucking state is, an old truck threateningly tailgates them, but eventually passes. They later stumble on the same truck mysteriously parked next to an abandoned church, Ocala, with the Ocala Church.
Yeah.
With the driver dumping what appears to be bodies wrapped in blood-stained sheets into a large pipe sticking out of the ground.
Mm.
Having noticed their car pass by, the driver pursues and runs them off the road. After the truck drives off, Derry convinces Trish to go back to the church because he's like, what if you were stuck in there? Wouldn't you want to be found and rescued or found and identified? So they go back to the church, and upon investigation, Derry hears noises coming from within the pipe and crawls inside, asking Trish to hold on to his chucks. And rats start coming towards Derry, and he kicks his feet. Trish accidentally lets go, and he slides all the way down to the basement of the church. Inside, he finds a dying man wrapped inside the sheet, and he tears it open, and he finds that he had stitches running across his stomach. And then he looks around, and there's hundreds of corpses sewn to the basement walls and ceiling, including the bodies of a prom couple that had gone missing 23 years prior. Saw them talking about that in the trailer.
Mm-hmm.
They never found her head. Eventually, Derry finds his way out of the pipe, and he and Trish flee the scene and attempt to go to the creepiest diner in the world and ask them to call the police. The people are not, they're not too concerned about,
anything.
Two college students saying we need help, call the police. So while they're at the diner, the payphone rings. Derry answers, and there's a strange woman on the other line who tells them they're in danger and that she's seen them with the cats and the dude's after them. Then she plays the song Jeepers Creepers on a record player, telling them one of them will die screaming while hearing the song. Confused, as you do, they ignore her warning and leave with the two police officers providing a security escort. As they travel, the police learn that the church has caught fire and any potential evidence completely destroyed.
Done.
While they were at the diner, their car was ransacked, and one of the people at the diner said that dude was going through their car and sniffing the laundry.
Huh. So as you do, though, as everybody,
right.
laundry.
I normally break into cars and just sniff whatever
I
clothes.
break into everything I can and sniff laundry. That's what I do.
So as the police are escorting them towards the church, the man that they have been investigating jumps on the police car and mauls the police officers, tears one out of the car. The other one rips a hole in the ceiling, pulls him up through, chops his head off with an axe, and then he eats the head. He eats the tongue out of the head.
It was good though.
It was good. So, witnessing all of that, Trish and Derry drive off in terror. So the pair stop at a house of a reclusive elderly woman who has lots of cats, and they beg her to call the police. And the woman's like, "Yeah, sure." But then she notices the driver hiding in her yard, who she shoots with a rifle and chases her back inside and kills her.
Lady should have been played by Jamie Lee Curtis. Just saying. Go ahead.
Should have been.
Yeah.
At which point the driver reveals his unusually demonic face to Trish and Derry. They are able to run this dude over repeatedly with the car, and then before the last time, they're horrified when a giant wing just appears out of what they had just run over, and then they run it over one more time. So they leave and they drive to the local police station, in which point they are approached by the woman on the phone, a self-proclaimed psychic named Giselle. And the police are not too thrilled that she's there.
No, they don't like her.
They're like, leave these two alone. They've been through enough. She tells them the true nature of their pursuer. It's an ancient creature that she calls the Creeper, which awakens every 23rd spring for 23 days to feast on human body parts, which then form parts of its own body. Like it will just eat lungs so it can breathe, or it will just eat eyes so it can see.
I wish I could do that.
Right? I'd eat a back.
I would eat a back, some knees.
Yeah.
I'd eat some knees for sure.
You'd eat a heart.
I might eat a heart. I mean, I'm not against it.
So she also tells them that it seeks out its victims through fear. And by smelling the fear from Trish and Derry, it's found something it likes. So the wounded creeper arrives at the police station, cuts off the power, and devours the prisoners in the jail to heal itself. At which point the creeper is swarmed by police, but it kills a lot of them.
It does a lot of killing.
And does a lot of them. So trapped, Giselle warns Trish and Derry that one of them's doomed to die no matter what. Derry's like, who? And she's like, and she looks at Trish. The creeper finds them, but spares Giselle before cornering Trish and Derry in the upstairs interrogation room. After sniffing him, Creeper throws Trish aside and chooses Derry. And then Trish is pleading with the monster, just take me, take me. I'm stronger, I'm better, you want me. But the Creeper's like, no, this dude will do. Flies away with Derry. Next day, Trish is picked up from the police station by her parents, and Giselle returns home in regret. And then we cut to an abandoned factory, and it's revealed that the Creeper has removed the back of Derry's head and taken his eyes. All the while, Jeepers Creepers plays on the record player.
Jeepers Creepers, where'd you get those peepers?
And that's Jeepers Creepers.
Great job, Chris.
Thank you.
I can't help but think he would have had an easier time, or at least a quicker time, taking the eyes from the front.
Yeah, but that wouldn't have been as fun.
No, it would not have been as fun. All right. So, chat, if you've seen Jeepers Creepers, which is a good chance you have, what did you think about it? Let us know.
What did
I'm
you
gonna let you
think
know
about this,
what I
Brian?
thought about it. I'll tell you what I thought about it. I thought it was a really good movie. It's very entertaining. It's easy to watch. Easy to watch. I thought the relationship between brother and sister felt very authentic, actually. Audrey says, I love Jeepers Creeper. And she also says she knows where that church is, so we could go see it.
It's in Ocala.
It is in Ocala. I live in Ocala.
Yeah.
I don't know where it is. I probably passed it. But I didn't see a body placed in the...
Jason likes it.
Master Jason loves this movie.
Delilah thought it was okay.
I really like the song. Yeah, I really like the song too. I honestly, obviously some people probably already realize that there's a lot of controversy that surrounds the director of this movie.
Yeah.
But if you put that aside, it was a good movie. I mean, it really, honestly, I wouldn't say it was. I live near State Road 40. It would make a great location for a music video. Chris,
Kind of like
music.
A music video like a Demented November Rain.
Right. Like April Showers. We'll call it.
It was fine.
The movie?
Yeah, it was fine.
It's not an epic.
This was a first viewing for me, and I'd heard a lot about this movie. It does not live up to the hype.
I didn't have any hype when I watched it.
I mean, Pennywise called. He wants his plot device back.
Yeah.
And what was with the made for TV transitions? At the end of scenes, it would like fade to black and then come back.
Where did you watch it?
AMC Plus.
Because it was made for AMC. It wasn't made for AMC, but it was formatted for AMC. And they used to put the commercials in there. So they do the fades, and that's when they put it on AMC Plus. They do it just like that and just don't put the commercials in.
Okay. So I thought it was just me. Okay.
That's not how the movie actually
is
fits
cut together.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
because I'm like, man, he edited this just right for that cable.
Yeah, no, he didn't.
Okay.
No, that was done by cable.
Okay.
Of the cable for the cable.
All right, then it's slightly good. Slightly gooder.
All right, we'll figure that out.
Yeah. I mean, it was fine. The ending was kind of cool.
I love Justin Long in it. I think he did a great job.
Yeah. The Magic Negro trope was a little
yeah, and it didn't help that. Didn't she wind up as like the second Oracle after the in the Matrix?
Oh, did she?
I think she's the one.
She went from one Magic Negro movie to another one?
Yes, I think so.
Oh.
I don't know, but all Negroes are magic.
It's a trope.
We gotta go. We got canceled.
It's a trope coined by Spike Lee. So.
Yeah, I know it is. It's fine.
I mean, you could. I mean, this is a Stephen King movie, not with Stephen King involved.
True, and it really is. You can tell where the influences were.
It felt like a deleted story out of Night Shift.
And it did really. But I think The Creep is a solid horror movie character. I mean,
yeah, I like the fact that in this late, I mean, I know it was 2001, but we're still talking late 90s, early 2000s. You know, they were really pushing to have all the killers have like personalities or big reveals on who they were.
Yeah.
And it was cool that they're like, yeah, dude's a demon, he eats people, and just kept it that way.
Yeah, that's it.
And they just kept him creepy.
Yeah, they didn't do anything. And in the sequels, you'll find that they didn't he doesn't.
Oh, I'm not watching the sequels.
He doesn't do the Freddy Krueger thing where he's.
Oh, I'm not watching the sequels.
Oh no, and they weren't bad, but you got to remember, 23 years have to go by every time, so you can only go backwards or very forwards.
Yeah.
Woo! Thank you. Oh,
I think it's criminal that I know they did a reboot.
Yeah.
Which I have not seen, but by everything I've read is probably the worst film ever made.
Oh yeah.
It sits with a perfect 0 on Rotten Tomatoes.
That is a perfect.
But the missed opportunity to make it a 23 years later sequel.
They could have done that.
Such a missed opportunity.
It could have been interesting too, because when you really think about it, and I'm going to suppose things here. Really, you could go to a 23 years later thing, because I think Jeepers Creepers 2 was set in the past, 23 years beforehand. I don't know, but it would be very interesting to see a new take on the future where it's not where it's more realistic. You know what I mean? And things would change, but not be, I think it would be kind of really neat. And you just, all you need to do is show some imagination, Hollywood.
No. I mean, because it's been 22 years since the movie came out.
Right. So right now it would be now.
Right.
Basically.
Yeah.
That's sexy. Oh man. But that's very true though. I mean, it would be. You know what else is sexy? Share this with your friends. Share it. Hit the share button. Do it now.
Was that the Creeper's new truck that went by?
That was the Creeper's new truck. I think it was a Ford. Actually, it might have been a Mitsubishi. We don't know. So yeah, man. At this point, hold on one second. The school and the truck we can get as well. All right, let's do this. I'm ready, Audrey. I think you're the person with the locations.
So I think I give this one a horn and a half.
I'll give it 2. I'll give it 2. I'll just do the 1. The 2. Yeah. I'm not going to go. Yeah, well, yeah, you got a little nubby on there, but that's okay. I don't know. I think it's a good movie. I think it's a solid movie. I think it's a popcorn flick, and that's about about what you can expect from it.
It's a scary movie that came out in 2001. I put it in the same basket I would put The Faculty in. Yeah,
all right, I'd say that. I think honestly, and the thing is, I like The Faculty. I like to watch it. I watched it several times, and I watched this one several times too because it's just fun. And if you don't want to think too much, and
it was good because it was a quick watch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was like disturbing behavior.
I wasn't mad after I watched it.
No. So yeah, chat. We're gonna be playing a game here soon, but we're gonna do the top 5 first. But in this game we'll have Quizmaster Jason coming up, and he will be asking us questions of whatever his choosing is, and you have to choose who's going to win it. Will it be just Chris or Monkey Boy, or who's going to win this? And if you vote for one of us and your horse wins, you get to pick next week's movie.
Yes.
We don't know what next week's movie is. You get to make us watch a horror movie. So we're going to go ahead, and you can start putting that. Just write it in the chat. If your horse wins, we go ahead and we put you on the wheel. If there's more than one, obviously if more than one, and we'll see who wins and who gets to pick next week's movie. It'll be a lot of fun. In the meantime, while you're doing that and putting your votes in, it's time for It's time for top 5, boys and girls. How you doing? My name is Monkey Boy, and it is my duty, honor, and privilege to bring you tonight's top 5. Tonight's top 5 is the top 5 best use of songs in a horror movie.
Ooh, nice.
So I'm going to go with number 5. I'm going to go with Jeepers Creepers. I thought it was really a really good use of an old song. It really created a mood in the movie where it was at, and it obviously was named after the movie was named after it. But so that was another thing. So
quick side note: if he does this every 23 years and he keeps playing, like, did he only pop up after the song came out, or did he use a different
1920s maybe?
Yeah. Did he like use a different song before Jeepers Creepers?
Yeah, before that it was an old slave ditty, one of the one of those slave songs that when we're picking cotton and stuff, which sucks, by the way.
Is Florida.
And it is a true story, she said. It's a true story.
Yes. True story.
Okay, so number 4. From the movie High Tension, Thoughts of a Dying Atheist by Muse.
Ooh, yes.
Really well used song. It was they used it in that movie to really build tension. And it was with that bass line, that whole thing, it set a mood and it set that tension during the pivotal chase scene sequences.
And what a title.
Yeah, it's a great song. Muse is awesome.
Yes.
Okay, number 3. Some would argue, I could argue that this is one of my favorite things. Zombieland, For Whom the Bell Tolls.
Yeah.
For Whom the Bell Tolls in Zombieland. What a way to set the tone for a fun movie with zombies falling out of towers, getting shot, getting hit by cars, with For Whom the Bell Tolls by Metallica playing. That is such a good way to start off a movie. That I was in the theater watching that, and I was like, there's no way this movie can suck. There's just no way. And as Audrey said, it's a true story.
Yes, Zombieland is a true story.
Yes. This is song number 2, the 2 of the top 5.
Blur?
No. House, not song number 2 by Blur. From House of a Thousand Corpses, I Remember You by Slim Whitman. During the scene where the deputy gets shot, you have this long, slowed down, very like, is this scene going to work? Is this scene not going to work kind of moment?
Oh,
And
it works.
It fucking worked.
Oh, it works.
It fucking worked. It built more tension than you could imagine. Well, hey, listen, I love Crybaby with Johnny Depp, but Crybaby was not a horror movie.
Not even horror adjacent.
Not even horror adjacent. Hatchet doesn't count.
Yeah.
But yeah, Tony's voting for me again, which is good.
Oh.
All right, that's cool. And the number one, in my opinion, of the top 5 from the Dawn of the Dead remake, the remake of Down with the Sickness by Richard Cheese.
Cheese and the Lounge Against the Machine.
Yes, that was amazing. Like, oh, it was just amazing. And it was
Can you
put
feel
in
that?
so well. And I know you hate Zack Snyder, right? But
That was a good fucking movie. I hate
was a
Zack
good
Snyder,
fucking
but
movie.
that's a good fucking movie.
and so was Watchmen. Sorry,
Eh,
it was.
show's better.
Really? I flip-flopped that around. The show was fucking awful. Anyway, that's okay. Oh yeah, I already saw that. We already saw. Yeah, no, Audrey, I get it. Crybaby had some great songs, and it was a great musical.
I
But
think you neglected one, though.
what's that?
I think you neglected one. I think Painted Black from Stir of Echoes needs to be in that top
Painted
5.
Black from Stir of Echoes could have got it and could have made it onto the top 5, but unfortunately, there's only 5 in the top 5, and these are the 5 that I picked.
It's a good top 5.
But I will say, it might have been interchangeable with number 4, with The Thoughts of a Dying Atheist. But it was really well done too. I mean, there you could. How about you guys in the chat? Is there anything you think should be on a musical top 5 for horror movies?
I mean, along with The House Without Corpses, you could have put in Freebird from Devil's Rejects.
That was good too. It was good, but it wasn't as good a use as the Slim Whitman. I remember you. You know, I mean, fucking, come on. And who would have ever thought of that? Nobody remembers Slim.
No.
Nobody remembers him. Once again, boys and girls, if you are watching and we're about to play a game, and it's not too late, but it's getting to be too late. So if you think that I'm going to win, just write Monkey Boy in the chat. If you think Chris is going to win, put it in the chat. And then if I win or he wins, we can go ahead and put you on the wheel, and you get to pick next week's movie if you get picked off the wheel, if your horse wins. And I like to call us horses a lot.
I'm more of an ass.
You are more of an ass, I will admit. But hold on one second. Click the share button. Click it. Share this with your friends. Let everyone know you're watching from the slab with Monkey Boy and Chris. All right. Well, that guy knows what he's talking about. And you're right. Jason Ashby pulls out the movie The Shocker. Or is it? Depends who you're shocking, I guess. That's very true. No More Mr. Nice Guy was a pretty good one. Then again, you could talk about, if you're talking about Alice Cooper songs, anything from that Friday the 13th movie that Alice Cooper just did the whole soundtrack for. Do you remember that one?
He did the whole. I thought he just did the song. The He's Back, that man behind the mask. Fucking
He did, but the rest of it, the rest of the soundtrack, they were listening to Alice Cooper the whole damn time. That Feed My Family was on there. I mean, like there was a bunch of stuff. So yeah, I mean that was really cool. And I don't know. I thought the Man Behind the Mask was not as good. But I mean, there are so many good songs from soundtrack. Dee Snider in Strangeland. I will give you that only because their song Captain Howdy off their first album was the basis of the movie Strangeland, although it does not appear in Strangeland. As a matter of fact, Dee Snider does not do one song in Strangeland. There is a Snot song in Strangeland, and there is a song by White Zombie. But there is no Twisted Sister, no Dee Snider that I am aware of. I may be wrong. But agreed. Dee Snider and Strangeland himself is a song in my heart. Because that was a beautiful movie and nobody's ever picked it, by the way. And that's horror adjacent, at least.
I agree.
I would say that. I'm just saying, it's a thing. Truthfully though, truth be told, with this top five, I was trying to go for songs, not just the soundtrack songs, because they're like at the late 90s, early 2000s, and up to mid 2000s, there were a lot of great songs that were on heavy metal, the heavy metal songs that were on horror movie soundtracks.
The Queen of the Damned, the entire fucking soundtrack.
And that was great. And honestly, but those songs would also fit. The Queen of the Damned stuff would fit into this top five somewhere because it set the mood in the in the movie, which is kind of what I was going for with these. Because otherwise, I would say "Sun Doesn't Rise" by Mushroom Head out of Freddy versus Jason, really good song. You know what I mean? But wasn't really in the movie setting a pace. You know what I mean? It just wasn't doing it. And it's time to bring Jason Ashby up.
Hey!
Quizmaster Jason!
Hi, guys. Oh, what's going on, guys?
It's good to see you.
Good.
I missed your pretty fucking face.
I know. I missed your pretty face, too.
Thank you. Somebody had to.
Well, I'm pretty sure I know somebody that does. All right. So, as for tonight's What's the Damn Answer, we're doing something a little different. We're actually doing horror movie quotes. So basically what's going to happen is I'm going to read the quote, and it's up to Brian and Chris to figure out what movie it came from. So
just the movie that it came from?
Yes, just the movie that it came from.
All right.
So for the people that are watching this, for those that want to vote on this, pick your poison. Pick which one you think would know these movie quotes better than the other.
I am poison.
Well, both of you are a good kind of poison. Let's put it that way.
Well, that's true.
But no, this will be a lot of fun. There's some that are that could be considered layups, and there's some that'll kind of make it kind of tickle your brain a little bit.
All right. Well, I hope so. I hope I have a brain tonight. This will be good.
So, what do we have for voting right now?
For voting,
Tony and Audrey for Brian, and Delilah for me. Nobody has
anybody else.
Nobody other than Delilah has any faith in me.
You don't actually have to do anything, but just pick either myself or Chris. So if you are in the chat and you think you might want to pick a movie for next week, go ahead and put either myself or Chris in the chat, and we'll see who wins this.
You got until the end of the intro.
Yep. And now
I should probably play the intro, huh?
Yeah.
All right, here we go.
Intro.
When you get asked questions about that horror movie, always know the answer. What's the damn answer? What's the damn answer? With Quizmaster Jason.
All right.
All right. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Are we still at 2-1 in favor of Brian?
2-1, but
Yeah,
that's okay.
yeah.
2-1 in favor of me. I hope I do not let anyone down.
Well, let's even this up a little bit. I'll actually throw my hat in for Chris. Just to even it up, just to make it fair.
That's fine. I think
Okay.
that's good. Although, I mean, I'm only okay with it because I know you're not a biased person, Jason.
No, absolutely not. No, I will call this fair and square right down the middle.
Fair enough. All right.
All right.
Are you ready?
Yes, I am. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to What's the Damn Answer? Here's my stack of questions I have for Brian and Chris here. And let's get this going.
All right.
Start with question number 1. Here is the quote. It was beauty that killed the beast.
Oh, I know it. Oh, I know it.
I actually considered this one a layup.
It should be. It's really
right.
knowable. I'm drawing blanks.
I got nothing.
Hold on.
I'll tell you what. I'll give you a hint. The
Okay.
movie came out in 1933. Chris.
Frankenstein?
No.
Ah,
King Kong.
That is correct.
King motherfucking Kong.
I was gonna say they've done some other versions of this,
And it
but-
did come out in 1936, and it was the same line was
sorry.
used in the remake with Jack Black and all that.
was that Renee Zellweger?
No, it was the
Oh.
other one. It was the chick
Yes.
from Ring.
Yes, that's correct. All right.
All right.
Question
goddamn
number 2.
cheerleader.
Question number 2. We all go a little mad sometimes. Brian.
Psycho.
That is correct. I had a couple there to choose from. I like that one. That one's one of my favorite quotes from that movie.
She just goes a little mad sometimes.
Yep,
We all go a little mad sometimes.
absolutely.
Anyway,
All right. Question number 3. They're coming to get you, Barbara. Brian, I think by a hair.
Night of the Living Dead.
That is correct. Brian's a little quick on the trigger tonight. Look at that.
Well, I've learned I have to be quicker than Chris because he's younger than me.
All right, now, question number 4. Do sit down, Sergeant. Shocks are so much better absorbed with the knees bent.
Say it again.
Do sit down, Sergeant. Shocks are so much better absorbed with the knees bent. Brian?
House?
No.
Okay.
Chris?
Reanimator?
No, it's actually from The Wicker Man.
The Wicker Man.
Yeah.
Not just a bad Iron Maiden song. All right.
No,
Hey,
it's not.
Great Iron Maiden song. Fuck you.
Well, that's true. All right, question number 5.
All right.
Sin never dies. Brian?
Hellraiser?
No. Chris?
Devil's Advocate?
No. It's actually from the movie Carrie.
Oh,
Oh, yes, it is.
Uh-huh.
Suck it now. That was a good one. All right.
Yes, sir. All right. Score is still 3-0 in favor of Brian, but it's still early, Chris. I have faith in
Early,
you.
Chris. You're gonna beat me.
All right. Question number 6. I'm not going to hurt you. I'm just going to bash your brains in. Chris.
Shining.
That is correct. There's a few easy ones to choose from, but I was like, you know what? Let's throw a little curveball on it. All right. Question number 7. Be afraid. Be very afraid.
Also, the tagline for the movie.
Mm-hmm. Chris?
The Fly.
That is correct.
Took me a second. I almost said Alien.
I'll say, please don't get it wrong. All right. Question number 8. Sometimes better is dead. Or sometimes dead is better. I'm sorry.
Hold on, we gotta do that again because he wasn't even looking.
Yeah, I wasn't looking. Sorry. Sometimes dead is better.
You gotta count to 3 now.
Ready? 1, 2, 3. Brian.
Oh, that would be Pet Cemetery.
That is correct. Sorry, I wasn't looking. I apologize. I was like, man, I know. I know.
Better is dead.
Sometimes better is dead.
Well, but we all knew what you were talking about.
Yeah, it's been a long day.
Don't roll down that go.
Don't go.
Hey, sometimes even the quiz master makes a mistake every now and again. All right. So here we go to question number 9. They will say that I have shed innocent blood. What's blood for if not for shedding? Chris.
Saw?
No.
It was Interview with a Vampire.
No.
No.
It was actually from the movie Candyman.
Candyman.
Yep.
It's not just for children anymore.
No, it's not. All right. Question number 10. It was the Boogeyman. Chris.
Halloween.
Yes. Famously said by Laurie Strode, a.k.a. we all know who that lady is.
Jamie Lee Curtis.
Absolutely.
Yes.
All right. So the score right now is 4-3, still in favor of Brian. Here we move on to question number 11. Movies don't create psychos. Movies make psychos more creative. Brian.
Scream.
Yes, that is correct. All right. All right. Question number 12. I'm into murders and executions mostly. Brian.
American Psycho.
That's correct. Great movie, by the way. For anyone that has not seen that, you should see it. All right. Here we move on to question number 13. One thing about living in Santa Carla, I never could stomach was all the damn vampires. Chris.
Lost Boys.
Yes.
It was me, but that's all right. We'll go with
Was
Chris.
it you? I'm sorry.
That's all right. He needs it.
I disagree.
Agree to disagree.
Yeah. Okay, question number 14. I wish we could chat longer, but I'm having dinner with an old friend. Or I'm having an old friend. Chris.
Sounds of Lambs.
Yes, you know what I was meaning. Sorry about that.
Yeah, that's
Hey,
okay.
I'm having just terrible time talking.
It's okay. Don't worry about it.
Yeah. I need a drink like Brian or Chris.
Oh, no, it's just Coke.
Oh, okay.
A cola.
There's no Jack in it?
No, it's just
Yeah.
Coca-Cola.
Well, he may be jacking it, but that's none of your business.
All right.
All right. I'm just saying. Sometimes
Question number 15, ladies and gentlemen.
All right.
That's my mother you're pissing on. I will repeat the quote. That is my mother you're pissing on? Brian?
And his dead mother.
No.
Great movie, by the way.
I got nothing.
The movie was Dead Alive.
Ah.
It's
Well,
been a
I'm
while.
going obscure with things.
Yeah, throw a couple of them in there. So. All right, question number 16. And good movie. I think an underrated movie that this quote came from. The quote is, "Your mom's maggot food."
Your mom's maggot food.
Yep. I'll give you a hint. This movie starred very two prolific child movie stars that are right around the same age. Both were hugely popular in the late 80s, early 90s. Male child actors. Brian?
It's not another Lost Boys, is it?
No.
Okay.
I got nothing.
It's from the movie The Good Son, starring
Oh,
Macaulay Culkin and Elijah Wood.
Elijah
Yeah.
Wood?
Yeah. And both of them around the same age, and they both became hugely popular because, well, with Macaulay Culkin, I think he got his
Macaulay
really big.
Culkin was already hugely popular from the Home Alone first.
Yeah, but I think he really got his first big movie role in Uncle Buck.
Yeah, I think he was Uncle Buck first, then Home Alone.
Yep.
Both John Hughes movies, weren't they?
Yeah, I think so.
Right.
All right. Question number 17.
Okay.
It is a bad thing to borrow. It's a worse thing to beg.
Oh, I could see the actor saying the words, and I can't.
Chris?
Is that an Interview with the Vampire?
No.
Ah.
I was gonna. Nah, I'll save it. So.
Nah, I got nothing.
Well, okay. Since it's up to Brian right now, the movie that this quote comes from is the sequel.
I don't know. I could picture it in my brain, and I can't.
The movie was Creepshow 2.
Creepshow 2.
Yep.
Yes, and it was from Old Woodenhead.
Yep. Yes, it was.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. Question number 18. Even hell has its heroes, Senor.
Senor.
Mm-hmm.
It's a senor, isn't it?
Yes, it is. Chris?
Hellboy?
No. Good try, though. I like the effort.
Three
Brian?
from Hell?
No. It's actually from the movie The Ninth Gate.
And I love that movie, but no, it's not cool.
All right. Now, we're still tied at 5-5. Now, just in case of a tie, I
counted Brian having 6.
Oh, you did? Oh, yeah, he does. I'm sorry. My bad. I had a slasher line through there, and it looked like 5. Sorry. I miscounted.
Yeah.
All right. So 6-5, still in favor of Brian.
Being fair.
All right. Thank you, Chris.
Close game.
Absolutely. All right. Question number 19. You play a good game, boy, but the game is finished. Now you die. Brian.
Phantasm?
Yes. That is correct. All right. So for the tiebreaker, Chris has to hit these next two.
For the tie.
for the
Yeah.
tie. For me to go to the tiebreaker, he has to get these next two.
All right, I'm just saying.
Yep, I got you.
Everybody's
So-
on the edge of their seats right now. This is good.
Absolutely. Question number 20. Today is a good day to die. Brian.
Flatliners.
Yes, that is correct. All right.
Technically, you could have also gone with Star Trek First Contact.
You could have.
And Creepshow 2.
Yes. That is very good.
Yatahe. Yatahe, which means
Yep.
in that Indian dialect meant. Today.
But in this case, it was from Flatliners.
It was from Flatliners. It was, and I got it right. So there you go.
All right. Question number 21. Where we're going, you don't need eyes to see. Brian.
Event Horizon.
That is correct. Very good.
Oh,
All right.
oh,
Big
I am
winners.
the winner.
Brian, I think this is back-to-back weeks, correct?
2 in a row.
It is.
Yeah.
It is, but I feel like he let
And-
me win last week. I don't feel like he did that this week.
No. And just for shits and giggles, I am going to ask the tiebreaker question just because
Okay.
I love this quote. Does it hurt to be dead?
Oh,
Brian.
that is Stir of Echoes.
Yes. Another great movie that I don't think gets a lot of recognition.
I tried to recognize it on the top 5.
Yes,
You
you did. Yes, you did.
Oh,
So-
we are one step closer to Tony's penis destroying the city.
I
movie.
know. This is fucking scaring me. This
Oh,
is
my
fucking
goodness.
scaring me. I'm getting the wheel of names ready.
Well, congratulations, Brian, on a very successful trivia night. And like I said, like you said, you felt that maybe I kind of laid one up for you last week. I definitely wanted whoever was going to win this
No,
one.
I
earn it.
literally, I think Chris let me win last week. I think
If anybody knows me, you would know I did not. I don't let people win.
I know.
They win.
All right, so who do we have for on the wheel?
Tony.
Tony and Audrey.
Yep.
Same as last week.
Yeah.
Interesting. And
Well,
Audrey
last
picked
week,
last week, correct?
Audrey
Same as
did
last-
pick Jeepers Creepers.
Yes.
Yes. So hold on, let me go ahead and I'm going to share the wheel because I don't want people to think I'm cheating.
Yep. Nope.
All right, so here is the wheel of names, and you can see that plainly. And Tony and Audrey, get ready. We're going to find out who gets to pick next week's movie. Here we go. It's scary. You can save now at Publix.
Who's it going to be?
Oh, it's
Tony.
Tony! Yay! All
Tony,
right, Tony.
macaroni, jabroni, Tony. Tony, you are the winner this week, and you get to pick next week's movie.
Which they have to watch.
Oh, he did it. He did it. It is Uncle Peckerhead. Now, Tony, I want you to pick a backup movie in case Uncle Peckerhead is unavailable to watch because I'm not sure Uncle Peckerhead is available to watch. So we need a backup. We need a backup plan. You know what? Forget that, Tony. Uncle Peckerhead it is. If
We
it
will-
is not available to watch, Audrey, you were on the wheel. You pick a backup just in case.
Yep.
I will watch the
Okay.
And
So
she picked
Audrey picks.
Oh, look at that. There we
Thank
go.
you, Audrey. Uncle Peckerhead it is. If you can find Uncle Peckerhead, and we can find that, we will be watching Uncle Peckerhead for next Tuesday. And apparently I will be synopsifying.
So Uncle Peckerhead is free on Tubi and Vudu and Plex and Freevee.
All right, so it is.
So Uncle Peckerhead is available to watch.
I was actually gonna tell you guys I was gonna look to see where it would be available at, but Chris already did that.
That's where it is. All right,
And
so we
anyone
can,
that has an Amazon Fire Stick, should have access to any one of those three streaming services.
All right, and this is a horror movie, yes, and not just a weird I want to talk about penises movie. Okay, so we're gonna watch Uncle Peckerhead next week, and that's good, and that's great, and that's
It's got 100. It's got 100% on Rotten Tomatoes.
It does have 100.
Does it really? Oh my god!
It really has 100%.
Yeah.
Google says, in a nutshell, quirky, gruesome, and humorous.
All right. Well, I'm ready. I'm excited to see Uncle Peckerhead.
That sounds like a good mixture for a horror movie.
Yeah. Audrey, you're not alone. Nobody's heard of it. That's why, and that's that's the thing about winning this game. You get us to watch anything you ask for, as long as it's horror or horror adjacent.
Well, somebody's heard of it because Tony knows it.
Well, Tony, we'll talk about Tony some other time. Tony's Tony is one of God's special creatures.
Yes, he is. Well, thank you guys very much. Please,
we'll have to shoot a video someday soon together.
Everyone come back next week for another edition of From the Slab, and also What's the Damn Answer with Chris and Brian.
Peckerhead.
For
Uncle Peckerhead next week. And thank you, Jason. I appreciate you. And as always, you did a wonderful job.
Thank you. I'm actually, as soon as we shut down here, I'm actually going to go on Freevee and actually watch this movie. I'm kind of curious now.
Yeah. Gotta be good. Or maybe it ain't. You never know. Yeah. We're going to find out, though. And we will let you know next week.
Well, you guys have a great evening. I will see you next week.
All right, Jason. See you, brother. All right, Chris, what you got going on this week?
Oh, what do I got going on this week? Thursday's Thanksgiving.
Thursday is Thanksgiving, and happy Thanksgiving to all of our From the Slabbers, or as I like to call them, From the Slabbers. All right, and
then Friday, playing with Sugar High at the Gator Club downtown Sarasota.
Very nice.
And
very nice. I said.
And then Saturday, playing with Sugar High at O'Brien's in Brandon,
Florida, and O'Brien's on Saturday.
Yeah.
All right. That should be fun.
I think it's like 9 to 12.
Very good. Very good indeed.
Yeah.
Well, I would like to come and see you one of those dates. I'm not sure which one.
What do you got going on this weekend?
Well, obviously we've got Thanksgiving going on Thursday. Saturday night we have a second Thanksgiving out down in Bradenton. Unfortunately, it's in Bradenton and not Brandenton, or whatever. But you know what I mean. But so I don't know. And that's about that. And then I'm going to rehearse on Sunday, and we're going to talk about the future. We've got a few things, a few irons in the fire for the future, and we need to discuss and figure out what we're going to do with it. Tomorrow night, we've got the Dude Check-In. It's the Friendsgiving edition. We did have Friendsgiving this past Sunday with Chris was there and Felicia was there, and a bunch of people were there, and it was a good thing. And we filmed it, and we are going to put that amongst other things up tomorrow night for the Dude Check-In. Right where you're watching this right now, you can see it tomorrow at 8:30.
All the incriminating footage was edited out.
All the incriminating footage was edited out. But remember, and that's true. It's totally true. If you are watching this in a replay, thank you so much for watching, and I hope you're enjoying it. Remember, we are here every Tuesday night at 9 p.m. Or most Tuesday nights at 9 p.m. We try to be here. We try to be here every Tuesday night at 9 p.m. But sometimes life will take a turn. Either way, thank you so much for watching. If you're here tonight, and thanks for participating. If you participated, we love you very much, and we have a lot of fun doing this. So we want to continue to do this as much as possible, and it's your support that keeps us on network television. Anyway, we love you, and we will see you guys next Tuesday. I will not. Tomorrow night, I will be in the chat. Maybe Chris will be too, depending.
Maybe.
I will be in the chat for the dude check-in, as will most of the dude, I believe. But it will be pretty much the video from Sunday, and it'll be fun. Anyway, or it'll be boring. I don't know. You'll find out. You'll figure it out. But we love you, and it's time to go, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Chris, thanks a lot for everything, bro.
You as well.